best post-credits scene ever! Deadpool! So Deadpool is the first comic book movie of the year 2016, and this is a movie that people have been waiting for a long time. We got Wade Wilson, he's a mercenary, played by Ryan Reynolds. The story is he falls in love with this woman, Vanessa, but he's diagnosed with terminal cancer, so he's approached by this guy saying, hey, we can cure your cancer, we can make you a superhero. So they do experiments on him, the place blows up, and now he's Deadpool. That's the really short version of it. So now he's out there, he's kicking ass, and now we have our Deadpool movie, which is exactly what you want your Deadpool movie to be. Fourth wall breaking, weird behavior, raunchy comedy, kick-assery, and pop culture references which are on point in this movie. For those of you who don't know, Deadpool is really the rebellious Marvel character. However you have him in a comic book or movie or TV show or whatever, he knows he is in that world, and he knows that there's an audience watching him. So he'll turn to the camera and say, oh, hi guys, here's what's going on. Which everyone's like, oh, that would be so much fun to watch. And that is in this movie, and it's really fun to watch. And since Deadpool is indestructible, he slices off his own hand and shit, and he just shakes it off like, oh, it's just another day. And it's just really funny. Needless to say, they did the character of Deadpool justice in this movie. So congratulations, Fox, we can now shake off that abomination that was 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine movie. And yeah, this movie does take place in the X-Men universe. So we have Colossus in this movie, and he was actually done really well. He really looked like a big man made of metal. Visually, it was really good. And it was him and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. They're pretty much the only other two X-Men characters in this movie. It's almost like the studio couldn't afford more X-Men characters. And really, all the other characters in this movie are good, they're functional, but of course they're not the reason you go to see this movie. You go to see this movie for Deadpool. Of course, that doesn't mean they're not good characters. TJ Miller has some really funny moments in this movie, and Vanessa has great moments in this movie. Colossus, the bad guy Ajax, everyone has great moments in the movie, but really it's all about Deadpool. Duh. Now, as fun as the characters were to watch and the kick-ass action scenes, I do have some slight nitpicks. I think this movie spent maybe a little too much time on the origin story of Deadpool. You know, Wade Wilson, what he's going through and the procedures and all that. There's just a part of me that wishes that there was more Deadpool in the movie. I'm not saying he wasn't in the movie enough. There is a lot of Deadpool in the movie, of course. And I get it that you want to make Wade Wilson a full fleshed out 3D character. Which kind of leads me to my next and final nitpick about the movie is that it's a little short. The movie's like an hour and 40 something minutes long. I think this movie should have been at least 2 hours. I think if this movie was longer than it was, then I would love the living shit out of this movie. I do love the living shit out of this movie, but not as much as I probably would if it were 2 hours long. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, this movie's terrible because it's too short. I'm not saying that. I love this movie a lot. But you get it, right? But I love watching Deadpool in this movie. It's exactly what you want Deadpool to be. What more can I say? You feel like you're engrossed in the story because Deadpool is talking to you. He's making pop culture references that make you laugh out loud in your seat. The movie's crazy, ridiculous, raunchy. The soundtrack is fun. And you know for a fact that this is not the last we're gonna see of Deadpool. So I will say, go see this movie while it's in theaters. Like I said, if the movie was at least 2 hours and there was a lot more Deadpool in the movie, it probably would have gotten my highest rating. But I still dug the shit out of this movie, and if you love comic book movies, then yeah, go see it. So Deadpool, have you seen it? What did you think about it? And what is your favorite iteration of Deadpool that you've ever seen? Comic book, TV show, video game, whatever it is, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.